Hashiconf 2025, held on the 24th and 25th of September in San Francisco, delivered a wave of product updates and strategy from HashiCorp, now an IBM company. Across Terraform, Packer, Vault and Boundary, the theme was scale, security and AI-powered automation. This is a concise technical rundown for DevOps teams. Terraform Stacks are now in GA. Stacks let you deploy and manage multiple related environments as one unit. This reduces overhead for complex multi-env estates. One command can provision dev, staging and prod together with dependencies handled automatically. Stacks ship with a unified CLI VCS integration for CI/CD and support for self-hosted agents. Bulk resource import. Terraform Search Beta. One of my favorite announcements from Hashiconf was a new search and import workflow that discovers cloud resources and imports them into Terraform state in bulk. No more manual IDs or one-by-one Terraform imports. It uses resource identities to improve accuracy, avoid drift or duplicate management. Let's go into that in a bit more detail. You can go from brownfield to IAC fast. Search finds your existing cloud estate and brings it under Terraform control at scale. It tackles the hard part of adoption, turning messy hand-built infra into a managed, auditable plan of record. What it does, it discovers resources across accounts and regions with filters for service, tags and owners, maps each resource to a provider type and identity, then builds a safe, reviewable import plan you can run in bulk. Avoids the drift duplication by linking imports to the right state and workspace. How to use it. Start with one domain, for example VPCs, subnets, gateways, scope by account and region, and preview the mapping. Approve in batches, import to a fresh workspace. Lockdown state, enable HYOK and add run tasks for policy and cost checks before apply. Expect gaps in beta for new services and edge cases. Keep a rollback plan and test in non-prod first. Success metrics. The obvious one is the percentage of your estate under Terraform. There's also the time to onboard resources, drift findings per workspace, and cost optimization wins from newly tagged assets. If you're finding these updates useful, please remember to like and subscribe. So what are Terraform Actions? Terraform Actions allow Day 2 operations inside Terraform plans. That's right, this feature addresses one of Terraform's biggest missing parts, Day 2 operations. No more janky workarounds. Providers can trigger external tools like Red Hat Ansible as part of the workflow, automating post-provisioning steps such as config management scripts or API calls. This brings first-class Terraform and Ansible integrations for end-to-end IAC. AI assistance. A public beta links Azure Copilot to Terraform via HashiCorp's MCP server. Developers can use natural language in VS Code or the Azure portal to generate or modify Terraform. It lowers the HCL learning curve and guides users from onboarding to deploying Azure resources with HCP Terraform. Cost governance. Run tasks for cloudability can inject cost estimations and recommendations into run outputs. Plans and applies show projected cost impact and can flag potential violations. Teams can get immediate cost and compliance feedback to enforce budgets before deployment. Security and policy in Terraform. Hold your own key, HYOK, is GA in HCP Terraform, letting you control encryption keys for sensitive state. Packer SBOM and artifact insights. HCP Packer now stores SBOMs and surfaces package inventories for built images. Platform teams can see software packages and versions per image, improving supply chain visibility and auditability for compliance. Vault security and networking. Key updates. Vault Enterprise 1.21 in October. Kubernetes secret injection. The Vault Kubernetes secrets operator can mount secrets directly into a pod's runtime via a CSI driver, rather than writing Kubernetes secrets objects. No persistent etcd storage. Secrets are delivered on demand to a pod memory and vanish with the pod. The CSI provider is Red Hat OpenShift certified. Machine identity, SPIFFY. Vault can act as a SPIFFY issuer, providing each service a cryptographic identity and certificate. This simplifies zero trust auth between microservices, including distributed AI ML pipelines by standardizing workload identity at scale. Static Azure credentials. Vault adds static role support for Azure. For scenarios needing persistent principals, Vault can manage long-lived Azure service principals with on-demand rotation, similar to the static IAM handling on AWS. Vault and AI, MCP. Vault's model-driven control plane server enters public beta. Operators can connect to an assistant to perform common tasks, list secrets, generate new ones, check policies using natural language with safe, validated calls under the hood. Additional crypto and zero trust. HCP Vault improvements. HCP Vault Dedicated gains private DNS integration and AWS Private Link for private connectivity, meeting strict isolation requirements. A new secrets inventory beta shows real-time secret usage across the organization to find stale secrets and prove rotation to auditors. Vault Radar enhancements. A VS Code plugin adds real-time secret detection in the IDE, stopping leaks before commit. Radar can also scan Atlassian Jira tickets, comments, attachments for secrets. An AI chat interface, Radar MCP Beta, lets teams query risks in natural language to speed instant response. Boundary updates. Boundary adds RDP credential injection beta. Engineers never have to see or handle Windows passwords. Credentials are generated or retrieved and injected into the RDP session, improving security and user experience. Project Infograph and AI strategy. HashiCorp unveiled Project Infragraph, a real-time graph of infrastructure and application resources across the organization. It connects services, dependencies, and ownership into a unified data model inside HCP. Designed to be agentic workflow ready, it lays the groundwork for AI agents to analyze a state, propose optimizations, detect anomalies, and eventually automate remediation. A private beta waitlist is open, targeting December 2025. Deeper ecosystem integrations. Expect tighter ties with IBM and Red Hat OpenShift and Ansible integrations. watsonx for AIOps and Turbonomic cloudability for cost optimization. We already see this with Terraform and Ansible, Azure AI integrations, Vault's OpenShift certification, and Terraform's cloudability run task. HashiCorp tools aiming to plug cleanly into the broader enterprise tool platforms. This is the first HashiConf since IBM completed its $6.4 billion acquisition of HashiCorp. Now under pressure from the open source community, including OpenTofu fork after the 2023 license shift, HashiCorp is responding with rapid innovation and deeper enterprise integration. But is this enough? For DevOps teams, the signal is clear. Terraform and Vault are becoming more scalable, secure, and automatable, with AI assistants entering the day-to-day workflows. Cost compliance and secret hygiene are being pushed left. The roadmap points to a unified platform that helps teams unify infrastructure and security data and accelerate intelligent decision-making in the cloud. In summary, from multi-cloud provisioning to zero trust security to AI-driven automation, HashiCorp is positioning its platform for the next era of DevOps. Watch how these features and partnerships roll out over the coming months. They will shape how we build and operate systems in 2026. Do you have a favorite announcement from HashiConf this year? What features are you particularly excited about? Leave a comment and let us know.